Well, these are the good practices, aren't they? The ones getting ready for Omaha?
Absolutely. Nice, relaxed practice. Just try to get a few hacks in, a few ground balls, and talk about the expectations of Omaha and everything from the press to where we're staying, and just practice schedule and all the stuff. Because there's a lot of hoopla going around when you get out there, and you got to be able to handle that, not just a baseball game.
And you got a lot of guys that were there last year. How much does that help, or does that matter at all? Or
I think it definitely helps him. I asked Zach, and he says, he knows what to expect now. I mean, we talk about it, and as they told me, I always talk about it to the players so the new players kind of get an idea of what's going to happen, because the scene is so much bigger than what we're used to. And we played big-time college baseball, but when you get out there, it's at a different level. In the World Series, all the press and the stadium and the crowd, and I understand there's going to be 25,000 people, so it's going to be the biggest crowd we play in front of, and 24,000 are going to be Nebraska fans, so they hate us before we walk out there, so we got to be ready for that when we walk out there.
You guys live in those old rivalries, aren't you?
Some things you never forget, I guess, and that's one of them right there. They got their red on still.
A little bit about your pitching, obviously pretty good. You're going to need a lot of arms to win this thing.
Well, it's spread out. It's spread out because of TV. It's spread out, so you can get by with 2 or 3 starters depending on how much you win, and you always got days off basically. And if you win the first 2, you got 2 days off, and so it's a unique format. And you're out there for 12 days, Saturday and 12 more days. So it's a long day. It's a long trip that. There's a lot of time to make sure you stay focused and do some different things for the city of Omaha that makes this a great event, whether it's going to the Children's Hospital or one of my favorites, the Boys Town. I enjoy taking our players there to see the kids, and just both events are very special.
What's Jesse's update status on him?
Doctor saw him. He said he's fine. That shouldn't be a problem, but he's still tight. So until he gets in a position where he's not tight, then he would not pitch. But it's a good ballpark for Jesse to pitch in. This is not a ground ball ballpark. It's more of a pitcher's park, and he pitches up a lot, but he's got a good arm, and he's able to get away with that.
When you say the doctor says he's good, I mean, is he medically cleared to?
He's medically cleared when he feels okay.
Yeah.
So he's got no structural damage or anything like that. So it's just a question where he gets loose and he's able to throw and have confidence that he's okay. I think a lot of it's a mental thing right now. Just he's never had a problem with his arm before.
Is there a different approach going into the series facing an unseeded Arizona team as opposed to a Florida team last year that was so hyped?
Well, I hate to say this, but anytime you play Florida State is a different deal. I don't care whether it's in February or in June. So, it's hard to compare them. Arizona's a great club. Every team out there played really well to get where they're at. Last time I saw Arizona or we saw them as a club was in 1999, and Lopez was the coach. And they got another coach now, so a lot of things are different. But it's the last time we've been out there and played with them.
Yeah, so your guys don't know them. I mean,
no, I don't either now. It's different coach, different team, different players, different everything. But by the time we tee it up and play it, I will watch their games in the regionals and super regionals along with our coaches, and that's the great thing about video. I mean, like for us here in Miami, every home game is on TV, which is a great thing. But the bad thing is we're the easiest team on America to scout, because every game's on TV. So for the same reason, it's a good thing.
A little bit about your bracket. I mean, you feel pretty good about it? I mean,
I don't know. I'm not going to choose a bracket just because it's, they're all good. Oklahoma State did a great job, to get where they're at. Arizona, upset and got where they're at. So everybody got in, for a reason, because they're playing good. And it's amazing we're only ACC team in the tournament, and we had 10 teams in the super regionals and then or in the regionals, and then with the SEC, as good as our 2 conferences are, they only have 1 team. And also, so it's a unique thing as far as that's concerned.
Does that just show how tough it is?
Yeah, it shows how tough. I mean, a team like Coastal Carolina, which a lot of people haven't heard of, got a great club, man, and they're playing good. And Gary Gilmore, I've known Gary for forever as a coach. He's done a great job there. He's been there many, many years. We played him in regionals. We played him here. Played him at Georgia Tech. So, I mean, I've known him a long time, and it's great to see some of the new teams get in.
Your defense is first or tied for first in fielding percentage. How can you go about having one guy pick up for another one, like when Johnny made errors on Saturday?
Well, I thought that was kind of a unique game for us because we played so good. As you say, we've got the leading defense in the country. This is a defensive park. It's a park you need to play defense in, you need to pitch in, and get some timely hittings. And our guys have done that. 1 through 9 have got timely hits. Not one guy, but a lot of different guys. And the real deal is if you go pitch and play good defense, then you got a chance to win.
And how different is it bringing a team that's been there the year before to bringing a fresh team out there?
Well, I can talk from a personal standpoint. It's huge. My first year here at Miami in 1994, we went to Omaha, and just about all our players had been in Omaha. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, all the guys were juniors and seniors that had been to Omaha, so they were kind of helping me along on what to expect. And now it's turned around a little bit because I've been there 13 times, so it's a unique thing that I can help them some, but also our players that were there last year can help them and talk to them about it. And I think it's good when your players are on the team playing Omaha and know what to expect.
Some of you guys haven't been there. You got a freshman pitcher coming out of the bullpen, Bartow. How strong has he been? Has he been a bit of a surprise to you? Or?
Well, I don't know that you ever expect a freshman to be an All-American, but Medavilla was last year too as a freshman, and Bartow's done a great job. I mean, he's one of these guys that whatever ice water in your veins or whatever, nothing bothers him. Nothing bothers Bartow. So I'm nicknamed Spanky because I just think he's an easy, go easy guy and go out there and have fun and pitch. You can't tell a difference when he gives up a home run or he strikes out a guy.
Just very even. I mean, and you've had to put him in some rough situations. No hesitation, I would think.
Oh well, he's done a great job. I mean, he's in a huge situation, and he's one of the keys for us winning on Sunday because we need more out of him that day than we've ever got. Because I knew that if we just figure out how to get to him and to Brian Garcia at the back end and get them to finish the game, that we had a chance to win.
What did you see from Cabezas in the start, and can you go back on again with the decision to go with him?
Well, if Lepori would have been ready, we would have gone to him because he's 9-0 and the things he's done this year, but he wasn't. So it was a deal then. Okay, we got to go to Charlie Holstaff and see whoever can get us to the end. And so Cabezas seemed to be the right guy. He's a breaking ball guy. They're a fastball hitting team, and he threw a lot of breaking balls and he throws a lot of breaking balls all the time. I mean, he's a guy that you signal fastball, he shakes the breaking ball a lot. So that's his best pitch.
What have you seen, Thomas Woodry? Just what have you seen from him, and then also moving forward, what you saw from him Sunday? You guys are moving forward.
Well, you feel like somebody's going to have to step it up, maybe that didn't. And for me, I thought it might be Woody was the guy that stepped it up, but it's the guy that stepped it up really is Michelangelo. Great tournament to both tournaments. And you got huge hits for us, but you got to find somebody that's going to step it up. You can't expect Jack Collins or somebody. You go to every series, every playoffs, and normally there's one guy that maybe hadn't done that all year, but he does it at tournament time. And Edgar's that guy right now.
Yeah, 7 RBI in a make or break game. He's going to get some attention.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. And he's a player of the game and just a great outing. But it was a great team effort. The guys getting on in front, Hayward Button or different guys walking, get on to make it start happening. It started with a walk, and then Hayward's push bunt that he beats out, and then we get another bunt, and all of a sudden, bam, we got a grand slam and win the game. From that point, 9-3, you got to feel like, you never feel like that as a coach. I got to tell you, it's over, but you feel like you got it a little bit under control.
With some teams in Omaha who maybe weren't expected, do you see more parity now in college baseball?
I think you see more parity in all sports. I mean, that's one of the NCAA goals is to make everything equal, where everybody has an equal opportunity to get to the thing. And of course, that's not the philosophy at Miami, because the philosophy is you're supposed to be there all the time. And it gets harder and harder because of NCAA and the rules. And you can't practice now. You can't practice at a certain time. You can only practice a certain amount. Even though the sun's shining in Miami, you can't get out there and do what we used to do.
We got Bartow's poker face and then Edgar, the one with all the emotion. How balanced is the team and how important is the balance?
Well, I mean, that's a big thing for us. It's a team thing. And I talked to him about it. It's a team thing. It's gotten us where we're at. 1 through 9, our pitching staff, or the whole staff getting it done, whether it's the bullpen or our starters. I mean, it's been truly a team effort for us to get where we're at, which is a great thing because they know they can depend on each other.
Jim, there's been national criticism. Obviously, you dealt with it before with Edgar and his bad foot. Your response to that, and just your thoughts on that whole thing?
I think it's probably. I mean, I don't want to do that. To be honest with you. And we toned it down. He toned it down from NC State to Boston College a lot. maybe we could tone it down a little bit more. But you know, these guys are excited, and our guys play with emotion. I got to tell you, our guys play with emotion, and it's hard to criticize Boston College for emptying the bench because that kind of put the nail in the coffin for them. They knew the season was probably over with when he hit that, so they were like crushed. And for our guys, that they felt like, okay, we won it. So the emotion is there. So you get these two emotions going with each other, and sometimes that happens. And you know, you don't want anything to happen, and it didn't. Nothing happened except, you know, a few words hollering at each other, but nothing really happened on the field.
Are you okay with him doing the bat flip, or do you want him to stop altogether?
I think we got to make sure we tone it down.
So Edgar had a little bit of an unforeseen offensive explosion. Who's someone that Canes fans should be on the lookout who could really step up, maybe be an X factor in Omaha?
You know, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I mean, the big guy that could have been MVP on our team for the whole year is Lopez. I mean, he's hit 7th or 8th, and now all of a sudden he's hit 4th. He led our team in hitting probably in postseason. I hadn't even looked at postseason, but he's had a great year. And I would have not thought that Lopez would be hitting 4th in our batting order and protecting Zach Collins. And Zach Collins walked 74 times. Somebody's got to hit behind him, so you pay the price if you walk him. And for me, Lopez is a guy that could be MVP of the team.
How good is he defensively?
He can catch and throw. He's as good as anybody since maybe Alex Cora in catching and throwing the ball to first base. I mean, if they hit it to him, I hope I'm not putting a kiss of death on him here. But, you know, if they hit it to him, he normally catches and throws it straight to first.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks, guys.